Yo, what's up, everyone? Good evening. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? What's up, Nat? Hello. Chloe, hello. Nat, hello, we ball. We ball early gang. Yeah, you were actually early gang today. What's up, Bex? Test, test. What's up, Mochi? What's up, Pale? Bink, let's go, cuteness. Thank you. Thank you. What's up, Scotty? What's up, Lane? Hello, comic. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Huckneil, hello. Tyrion, hello. Parable on a certain Stanley. Yes. So, the thing about the Stanley Parable, I don't think I've ever watched it played before. I know I've never played it before. But I was trying to think if maybe I had watched it before, and I don't know that I have. I know that I had it in my watch list for the longest time. It was either Jacksepticeye played it or Markiplier. I can't remember, but I really don't know. This might be a new experience for me. I'll let y'all know if it unlocks a memory, but I really don't think that I've ever played it before or watched it played. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think Nat said it would probably last an hour, but if it's decision driven, choice driven, we're gonna be here a while because I like to sit here and mull over things. So, what's up, Pika? Welcome in. Love the story in the. A lot of people like this game, but so I want to see what the hype is about. This is a story girl named Mia. Okay. So let's see here. Do we want subtitles? It's a bit like Slay the Princess in that it's very choice driven. Oh, it's longer than an hour. Gotcha, gotcha. So it's very choice driven. So whatever I pick, it's gonna determine the outcome. Okay, so this should be fun. This one is way longer. Holy crap. How long am I gonna be here? Don't tell me. I'm just. No. No. I have things to do after stream today. I hope it's not gonna be that long. No, no. I haven't done anything yet for a bonk. Hello, Scorp. Hello. Welcome. No, 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 no 10-hour stream. I actually have things to do this evening. For for we'll be here till June. No. All right, we're gonna do subtitles, just in case there's someone out there that can't hear very well, or just does generally better with subtitles. We're gonna do this for them. We're gonna do with English subtitles. And we'll go for there. We'll go from there. Okay. All right. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? No. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Oh, I don't like that. I think that's fine. I think that's okay. Yo, what? No! Y'all are gonna kill me! You will need to stream more than once to finish the game! No! Ding Dong Dead is about 1 hour. Probably what you remembered. Ah, oh, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Y'all can't see the computer at all? Maybe I'll leave it right here. I'm gonna leave it right here. That's fine. Can y'all see it now? Y'all see it? Okay. I'm gonna leave it right there. I don't like when I can't see stuff. Alright, I'm gonna leave it there. I think that's okay. We'll do it. Y'all can just turn up brightness. I think this is fine. We'll turn it down just a little. That's not too bad. We'll do that. We'll do it. Please enter the current time. Oh, Christ. Okay, so it is 7. 35. It's gonna turn right when I press confirm, but you know what? That's fine. 7:35 p.m. Accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Okay. Okay. The game itself isn't long, but the sheer amount of ending makes it a long-ass game. Oh. I see. Oh, can you save at any moment? I hope you can. Because I really don't want to be here that long. I have things to do this evening. Help me, God. I didn't know. You think you've seen this before? Without suggestions. Oh, yeah. I think I remember you saying that a couple of streams ago. Or maybe it was yesterday, I don't remember. But I do remember you saying not to let chat suggest anything. Which I'm totally game for. I'll try and make all the decisions myself. We'll begin the game. Let's go. What? The end is... What? What?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I'm Stanley?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
I want a number.
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Until he wasn't.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Is it a holiday?
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, that's my cue, isn't it? Oh, I'm going really fast.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's the meeting room? Oh, I can click. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, these are all employees' offices, right? Wow, there's like stuff everywhere. It's like abandoned. Is this the meeting room? Where? Wow, this is a big office.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Wait, what happens if you go to the right instead? Be great you over this, Mia. Why? Don't do it. It really isn't. Mia making decisions on her own. She's gonna get stuck at the first. It told me to go left, so I went left. I probably should have thought about that a little longer. Exactly. You know, exactly what Chloe said. I didn't want the narrator to look foolish. Ah, yes, the meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive aggressively. Oh my god. I made this PowerPoint. That was me. Broom closet? Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can I go back? Oh, I'm locked in. I'm in here for good. Soon you will know everything? That's kind of scary. I don't like the way you said that. I don't like the way you said that. Okay, so...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But what if he went downstairs? Jesus, this is a nice office. I want to work here. Hey, maybe I should be boss now?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
But you just gave it
Yet
to me.
incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Yo! Yo, what? What kind of place is this? What the f- Red button. Touch. Wait, what's over here? Nothing. Red button. Just the button. I don't know now. I'm a genius, okay? It happens. Geniuses have that happen ever so often to them. Big brain Mia, exactly.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
The fuck? Oh, did it break? What? Where?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Or you could escape! But I want to know what happens. Yo! Decision! I want to do it. I don't want to escape. I want to know what's happening here. I don't want to escape. We gotta run towards it. We gotta fight it. Y'all know I'm a hand-to-hand combat kind of person. If there's something weird in here, I'm gonna jump on it like a spider monkey. We gotta face it head on. We're gonna do it.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Do y'all know how much SpongeBob we could watch with all these TVs? An episode on each monitor. Holy crap, that's a lot. Zero survival instincts. You're on a path in the woods.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Oh, it's
Each
the employee
bore the
numbers.
number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Whoa. Yo, I don't like that. I don't like... y'all need to let me do my job. Y'all don't need to, like, have a camera on me. I don't like that. That's, I'm quitting, actually. I don't like that.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
That one's all messed up. Is that one me? That one's a pirate. What? Oh my god. That's a lot. I don't know what to say. That's a lot.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
No.
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
Yes.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I will do it. I will dismantle the establishment board by board. What? Thank you for the Larry emoji. Yeah, please do your best with homework, okay? It's like a reverse panopticon. I'm gonna be drinking a lot of water because so I made a steak earlier. I should have put it in Discord. I posted it on Twitter, but I forgot to post it in Discord. I made a steak and some pasta, some Alfredo pasta, and my dad made some a baked potato, and we made some garlic bread. And it was a very salty supper. I put a lot of seasoning on the steak. Just because I cooked mine well done, and it's not really juicy. So I put a lot of seasoning on it, and I'm like, so thirsty. Oops. I did have a royal meal. I've been burping though, so I do apologize if you hear me. Team salt. I freaking love salt, man. It's so good. Garlic salt is my best friend. That's what I use for the pasta. I use something else for the steak. I use like it's a seasoning that's got salt, pepper, and garlic on it. Like minced garlic. Oh, so good. All my homies love salt. Yeah, salt's good for you. Well done. Here's my dad and my brother like, well, my brother likes it pretty much rare. My dad likes it like a medium. So, I made his medium. And I done pretty good. I usually do all of mine well done because I don't know how to make rare or medium. But I done it surprisingly perfectly this evening. So, yeah, that was our supper. Sometimes steak, it bothers my stomach though. So I was having a bit of a tummy ache. But right now it's okay. We'll see what happens though. Mix some garlic salt when making scrambled eggs. You know, I've never had garlic salt and scrambled eggs before. I wonder how good that is actually. Medium well done. Yeah, I'm getting to where I could probably eat like a in between medium and well done. I could probably do it, but I don't like when the cow is still mooing. I don't, and there's blood everywhere. I don't do that. I don't do that. That's nasty. That's nasty.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
What's up, King Gilgamesh? What's up, y'all? There are 2 buttons here, and I want to press both of them. What happens if I press on? So, if If I press off, it's over. It's Jover. If I press on, what happens? Will I get taken control over? Ooh. It's peak salt. Oh, hey, we have that. We have pink Himalayan salt because it's better than regular salt. But I don't use it. My mom uses it. I use the salt. I use the salt. But pink Himalayan salt isn't bad either. If you press both at the same time, the game crashes. On activates mind control and off turns off. Yes. The narrator said that I turn it off. But what if I don't? What if I don't? Might be beef intolerant. You know, I actually thought that I might be, but it's like, it depends. It depends on, maybe it depends on what kind of cut it is, maybe. It doesn't happen very often, but like if the meat is really rich, it will make my stomach hurt. I'm Mia tolerant. Well. The monitor blows. What if... I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna do what the narrator says. Just for funsies. I'm gonna turn it off. I broke it.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes.
I thought that's what it was gonna do. I thought it.
He
I
had
thought.
defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
How can you not
The
have
feeling
questions
of
where your
liberation,
coworkers are?
The immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
25 minutes speed run, let's go. I beat the game. Coworkers matter less than freedom. Wow, okay, so... Heck
All
yeah.
of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's check all these
When
doors.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Do his back, see what I just said. Yeah, I would have done that too. I should have done that. But I don't think I could. I was actually in control. I don't know where my coworkers went. I want to know where they went.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all,
Can I have
just
a
to
Coke?
spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I want a drink. Oh, can I read this?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Bro, leave me be. I'm trying to...
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
The narrator is salty, man. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna get a drink. What is up with the narrator?
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message. But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. He has no patience with me. Oh. Which one do we want to go in? I kind of want to go in this one. Let's go in this one.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
There's so many places. Narrator is taking shot. Oh wait, that's the meeting room. Button. We're going down. I see a big red shiny button. We're gonna go.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
What? Stanley is me now.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
What the fuck?
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
What's up, Louie?
It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Am I gonna get run over? I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, here's the room.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh. Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
What? It started me over? Was that a dead end? Is that a bad end? I messed up. So, something to note, don't press the red button. It's probably good life advice too. Don't press the red button.
All of his co-workers were gone.
But I like pressing the button.
Mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what?
Whoa!
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
It's just like Slay the Princess.
Stanley,
there's no wrong story.
Did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on.
Thank you for the lurk lane.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
What?
Let's find the story.
That's so cool. Is this also a love story? Am I gonna romance the narrator? I can do that. That would be fun. I can romance the narrator. Or a coworker if I can find one. Holy y'all, this is... It's a bromance between the... Is this the end of the back rooms? Y'all, oh my god, I am freaking lost.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Stop it! Careful, there might be a bracken somewhere. A loot bug.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay, yep, it's worse. Me trying to fix literally anything. I hate Mondays. Oh, real. I want that. I can't go in there. I'm sorry, these are easy.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Where? Oh, I don't like this. I don't like it.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Yo, this office is trippy. I don't... What? Oh, God. This...
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Okay. Congratulations!
I win!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
I did win fair and square.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Come on, man. Give me the win.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Trademark. Oh, this is different. Y'all, they really need to renovate this place. This is kind of like...
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Now, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
This is freaking great! What the fuck?
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
Look at the what?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Mimi Wakandai, what's up, Rian? Welcome in. Welcome employee 006 gets such a big office week at a QB. I know, right? What is up with this? Why do I have to memorize this fern? I don't know. Be here to count the number of leaves? No. What? Omega. Everyone examine the fern. The fern. Everyone look at the fern. Look at the fern. I don't know. It's super important. I'm not counting that. I'm too lazy. I'm not doing that. That's... Everyone, if y'all have photographic memory, please do that for me really quick. Because I'm too lazy. I don't know. Take it with you. I would, but it looks too big. Tries to drag it with me. Are you serious? Are y'all like jacking with me right now? Like, are y'all for real? I'm not doing that. I'm not counting the fern. I'm not doing it. That's like... I don't know. We never mess with you. Yes, y'all do. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I don't... My memory is as bad as Dory's. Like, I'm not gonna remember. The entire revolutionary history. Remember its partner against... Y'all are crazy. Yo, I don't even see dirt in here. It's like, moss? Do I have to count each grain? Anyways, y'all count the fern leaves for me, and then, like, y'all tell me, okay? Y'all tell me. I don't know. Like, why is the fern important? I don't understand. Remember what fertilizer it uses. There's at least 3 leaves. Okay. Well, we'll go with that. That's... I don't know. I've looked at it for a long time. 1. Take it for a meal. What species of fern is it? I don't know. Y'all know y'all are supposed to talk to plants, right? For them to grow. I never talk to my plants, but that's probably why they always die. Okay, you know what? Whatever. Is the fern married? I don't know.
Wait, what?
Holy shit.
We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
What's up, Rara? How has Stanley been? It's been really confusing, to be honest. I don't know. I'm supposed to follow the old big road, but it's going 2 different places. I'm gonna go in here. This room looks big. I'll give you some help. Ferns evolved 360 million years ago and are some of the oldest land plants alongside mosses. I didn't know that. Of course, like in all of the, you know, dinosaur paintings and stuff, you see ferns everywhere. So, like, yeah, I totally see that. You didn't study the fern long enough. Well, I studied it. I think I studied it long enough. But you couldn't see them. How did the fern have the answers? The fern will be on... I would take a pic of the snipping toll is based only clipping... okay face. Just wanted a friend. Well, I wanted to take it with me, but if I would have stayed there, I wouldn't have been able to finish the game. First... Whatever, this is... Y'all are too much. This is your... No. Oh god, I don't want to go there again. Man.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Jake, do me back. Do you remember its smell? No. Okay, here we go again.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
In here? Whoa, but this is supposed to be employees are in 437. Does he have a whole hallway to himself?
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
Oh, go in
Go
circles.
wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Okay.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Don't acknowledge the line now. Use your imagination. We need to romance the fern. We didn't try hard enough with the fern.
Ah, a choice.
Oh.
We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Okay.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
The door on the right? Okay. Left leads to the source. Perfect logic. Wait, what? I've been playing this for 17 minutes already? Deviate the main intro.
Hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be.
This is
I don't want
just
it to
like
be.
Slay the
I
Princess.
don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
You led me here. This is your fault.
Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Holy fuck, that scared me. Life is a highway. I wanna ride it
all of his co-workers were
long.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
If you're going my way, I wanna drive it
When Stanley
all
came to a
night
set
long.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yo, are we like back at the beginning here? Yo. So mysterious that all your coworkers disappeared. I don't know. I don't know what happened to them. Do we want to go left? Yo, I kind of want to know what happens when you press the off button instead of the on button. Kinda. Y'all, there is so much we could do. Like, I don't know. Like, there's so much stuff we could screw up here. I kind of vibed with the break room. You know what? I kind of did too. I kind of want to go to the break room again. And put them in my pocket. Why'd you do that? I want to see who my coworkers are. I want to go this way again. This was fun.
Not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room.
What is up
Thank
with
goodness
the bird?
Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
It's a good room, though. I really like it. I could vibe in here. I like it.
Yes. Really, really worth it being here in the room.
Okay, okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, you know what? We didn't go in here. Let's go in here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So salty, man, this narrator. This is a pretty cool room. Where am I? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I didn't think it would actually let me fall. I didn't think it would actually let me. Okay, we'll do it.
All of his co-workers were gone.
We're gonna go back.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, we're gonna go back.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Of course
This
I don't.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, I totally see it now. It's totally like Slay the
lounge
Princess.
was sublime,
really funny.
a work of art. But eager to get back to business,
You
Stanley
can
took
stop
the
me
first
because I
open
can't
door on his
read.
left.
Let's do it again.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, so we're going to get on this thing now.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
It is a romance story.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
I'll do it.
She's been waiting.
Let's go. I will marry her right now. Let's go. I'm so ready. I probably even have my tux on. Let's go. Oh, I don't like that. Is she in the void? We're gonna do it. She's in the void.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I'll do it. Is it the princess?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha.
That was mean.
Come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife? They'd want to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley.
That one
I'm
hurt.
trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Right in the cook room, man. God dang you. Once again, we remain maidenless. We remain maidenless. Story
This
of my
is a
life.
very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? Good morning, employee 427. Press H on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
What? Press Y.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
He's
But
like
in his mind,
stabbing me,
in his
man.
mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Man, that said, please press L to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Your coworkers were never really gone. Press M to pay respects. Press O to spend time with the boys. That's what we're doing now. We're spending time with the boys. Press.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press V to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Press U to tell your kids a
It
story.
was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Press I to tell your wife that you love her. I love you.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press Z to sleep. Z.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Should I do it? He told me not to. He told me not to. Is it gonna make me do it?
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to
That's an
see what
idiot.
I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press X to question
I suppose
nothing.
I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What? It said, please die. The end is... Oh, we're back. That's crazy, man. So, like, the apartment, quote unquote, little by little became my office. I guess he died. You killed him. But where did my coworkers go? Maybe it's like, you know, y'all said, my coworkers are still there.
Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
You did this, Mia. No, I didn't.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, I'm trying to think here. Did we I know we probably didn't explore everything that's on the right door. Or did we? Because I'm kind of thinking we go left this time. There was definitely some choices on the left that we could try. Casually dies. Are you winning, Mia? I think so. I had a wife for 2 seconds. Until I realized she was fake. Shiny red button. I need another shiny red button to push. We've gone right the last 2 times to the left to mix it up. I think so. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we can go left this time. Go against the narrator. That's kind of what I did. I went against... Wait. Yeah, the next time I'm gonna go left. Okay, we're gonna go left to mix it up. And the next time he says for me to do something, I'm gonna do the opposite. Alright, let's go. We're gonna go this way.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I want to see what all these slides say. I think these are funny. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slides has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Yeah. Everyone is unique. Charts and slides. Those slides are too realistic, I know. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. God, I had to take a PowerPoint class in college. It was crazy. What? On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out in the triplicate and return to your boss appreciation specialist. What? If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, but more inclined towards... Unless you're the kind of person who... Why did we hire you? I didn't read it. What are your dreams for the future? Mitosis? Transcend? Metamorphosis? Less air? Oh my god. Compliance. Oh yeah, I've already been in here. Oh, let's go downstairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
I am okay.
And everything was not okay.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Bro, he's losing it.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh? Hey?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Hey?
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
What?
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people
I've
look
killed him
like.
twice?
And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, And in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Dang. Did you even call the police or an like a, you know, I don't know what I'm talking about. An ambulance? Wow. So we have died twice? We died twice. Did I kill him? I did. No, we've died 3 times. Did we die 3 times? Definitely died by walking off the cliff. Or walking off that ledge. And then it told me to wait. Who farted? I can't answer it. Oh, is it?
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
What? Mochi, thank you for the care package. I appreciate it. Of course, have a good night, Mochi. Rest well. It was a lot of big words, and that was a creepy message just now. Yo, someone was playing solitaire. What?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go back to the left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, so I've missed the wait.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So I've got the ending downstairs. Is there another ending that could possibly be done downstairs? I'm trying to think if that door opens when I go down. Yeah, the game's... It's kind of anxiety-inducing for sure. The fern was on the right, though. The fern wasn't here. The fern. I mean, we can go up. Downstairs is only one ending. Okay. Well, we're gonna go up. Can't go that way. Oh, an executive bathroom. I got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. So that's a lovely purse. Okay. Well, we came to the bathroom, so that's cool. Say that's okay, that's what I thought. It was hard to read. Okay. Oh, what the fudge? Business strategy? You hold a gun to a panda's head? Why would you do that? Never trust a billionaire. We're gonna go up. Panda-san, no! What kind of terrible place is this? Why do I work for this Hey! Wait for me, Jesus Christ. I was trying to explore. He had it coming. Yo, where are we going? This is a long elevator. I'm getting nervous. Elevator stream? Are you serious right now? Do I have to press something? I'm losing my patience. Are we being for real right now? Are we going to the moon? It's a test of patience. I messed up, I broke it. Oh god. Am I gonna have to hit a button again? It's the same place. All that waiting for nut. You made it. Are you serious? We'll go down. Amy wakanai. Bomb the elevator? If I had to bomb, I freaking would. Does the elevator do anything? Ooh, what? Just wait? So I literally have to wait? We wait like freaking 20 minutes? Crazy, man! I'm not this patient! 12 hours later, there's... You see me here and it's just a skeleton. It's nothing. Are you telling me that there's really nothing here? Or do I have to wait a little bit? Please tell me. Elevators. He's singing. Is he singing? It's only bullshit, man. That sucks. I wasted 20 years of my life on that. 20 years.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Ah, shit.
Stanley just sat yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, so we're gonna go this way. Press the button. And I think there was a choice to escape, I believe. Yeah, but I had to ask him. I had to wait because I couldn't remember what the password was the first time.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Nope. We're gonna escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I want to kill him again. I want to kill him again in a pit. Woo! Rip. What? What?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Oh no!
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
What? Oh no!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
I live! That was very well timed, actually. What?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
I've been dead this whole time? Have I been dead this whole time? What? Pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in good time. What's up, Lawless? Welcome in. Karaoke of Cairo, yeah. Mind blown. This is crazy. I don't know. Nat. Girl, thank you so much for the care package. I appreciate it. Stretching. Stretching. Oh my god. Okay, so this is Stanley's room. Office, I should say. Oh my god, the office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Oh wow, this is so cool. It's a museum of the game. The two doors. The set of the two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. But this got my attention quick, really. Thank you, Cairo. This has been a really wild ride. I definitely don't think that I've watched this before. Like, I started this thinking I might have watched it before, but I don't remember. I don't think that I have. This would have jogged a memory with me. A selection of the sounds used through the game was when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Nice. She's God now, yes. We all knew this. An early version of the maintenance room. There's a copier. Buttons. I gotta love the buttons. The war zone. Have I not seen this yet? I don't want to like... Oh. I don't want to ruin stuff. Up in the battlefield fighting aliens, the action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Once again, extremely popular when the Ultra Deluxe came out. I see, I see. Are you winning, Mia? I think so. I don't know if you can win with this game, but it's been really fun. Ultra Deluxe announcements. In December 2018, we announced the Ultra Deluxe version of the Stanley Parable at the Game Awards. These are screenshots of the videos we made for the announcement and the game's delay. Cool. Yo, I freaking love this, man. It's like a museum. Narrator emails? There are more skeletons in the world than humans. Thanks and goodbye, Civ. After the second trailer we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are the selection of those emails. I haven't seen it on many games. Me neither. This might even be the first one. This is really cool. This isn't Metal Gear. It's not. It's definitely not Metal Gear. Museum, yeah. How do you stay in shape? Are you gay? From Dink Donk, that's me. I sent that. The lounge. An early version of the lounge. Look at this, it's the lounge that we all liked. There's a telephone. The apartment timer. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. So does is the alternative version to the apartment ending still there? This kind of makes it sound like they didn't do it. Is it still there? Because we can totally do that route again too. The cargo lift. Oh, this is what I fell from. The cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player falling to their death, which I did. The cargo lift second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. I see. Option 1, doorway to maintenance in the lounge. Okay, this is where you do the first choice, you obey, which I kind of figured this. We could go through the, to the confusion ending. One doorway to maintenance in the lounge. Gaslighting the game. The alternate ending still exists. Oh. 2 doorways to maintenance. That's confusing. So if you disobey, you go to the lounge. You take a left. Yeah, I did see that. You can go right. They also lead to the confusion ending. One option. 1 doorway to maintenance in the lounge and the original back to the option. This is confusing. The maintenance layout. The flow of hallways following the first 2 doors was important to get right, since players will replay them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. I gotcha. So this is like only what they had thought about designing. This is the first live stream I've caught. Oh, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm so happy you found me. Thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. The Slay the Princess. We're playing the Stanley Parable right now, which is, I'm realizing, a whole lot like Slay the Princess. It's been pretty cool. But thank you so much for catching me. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you checking me out here on Twitch as well. Yeet yeet. There's a lot of things I stream. Or not a lot. There's some things like Apex and some other stuff that I'll stream that don't really end up on YouTube. So, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is my first time playing, so it's been pretty cool. It's been pretty cool. Zending. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Whoa. Zending. The Zending went through many iterations. The room represents the 4th version of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. Yeah, this game's been pretty cool. Thank you, Nat, for the care package. Each conveys something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one. Released in May 2012, it featured a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator informing viewers that he is repairing a new version of the Stanley Parable. Yo, this is like really big. Okay, we've been through there. Okay. Oh, I want to press that. Freedom ending? Yeah, I think this is what I got. This is the freedom ending as it existed in beta. Yeah, that's the first ending I got. The early version of the countdown room. Dude, that looks sick. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. Holy crap, the boss's office. Screens from the development of this boss's office. Okay, yeah, I came from here. I want to press it. I love pressing buttons. The lounge. Underground. An early version of the underground portion, of the game.
He traveled upward to the power source at the top of the facility to end this injustice forever.
The entire game,
Stanley
roughly 3
stood on
separate
the
times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final
Now look
game.
closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental.
He done a really good job. Be fun to watch. What is it called? Superliminal? 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 Ooh. I'll look into it. Could go to freedom, but we abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down and placed the two endings together instead. Okay, that's the exit. Holy crap, man. There's a bunch. Game design mock-up. This is the level that William, the level designer, sent Davey the writer as a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. Though much of the environment has changed, the basic layout from the mock-up is still in the game. Wow. Oh, these are the offices. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011, the second in March 2012, and the third in February 2013. He got dual monitors and went back to one monitor. Wow, he downsized. Yeah, I think we've been through here. I think we're done, huh? Mess with you on some levels, but I would love to see Mia play it. We'll play it. I'll have to look it up after stream.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
What?
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I got squished. I got squished. I killed him. Again. Yo. That's crazy.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content. Manual Samuel is another fun game. Different genre. 2-hour playtime. Oh, interesting. I've never heard of that one. It says new content written here.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Oh, I am in it. What kind of company do I work for, really?
Hello, and thank you for playing The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, The Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I feel like we were just on a freaking
Okay, so far it's an
theme park ride.
Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken?
Is it broken?
What's going on here? Should we Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Is this the other elevator y'all were talking about?
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Give me the content, Stanley.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle?
Okay. Yeah, we're jumping. What happens when you run out of jumps? Do you die? Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I just got an achievement that says, you can't jump. No, seriously, we disabled it. Because I kept pressing the space bar. Dang.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
I ran out of hops.
Another elevator.
The
Stanley,
heck?
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see
Ooh.
it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Me too. Thank you for enjoying the new...
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
What? Test message, please ignore. What? Whoa. Whoa.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Okay. Bro's waging a war on Twitter. Coffee nut. Oh no! Yo, where am I going?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be.
I've become
but it got me
Snake.
thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
What? You've always been Snake. Where am
call
I?
it the memory zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Zone Sweet Zone. Oh wow, there's the Steam store. Oh, this is so cool, man. Like it's a freaking relic. A trip down memory lane. Somehow because it happened. It is impossible to get this achievement. What? Go outside, don't play for 5 years? Wow. Eh?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Dude, whoever wrote this game is a freaking genius. I'm a big fan. Big fan. This is crazy. All the games. Look, there's Stanley and then there's Mariella. Ah, there's the choices.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
11 out of 10. Right? Repeatable carpet textures. Oh, I guess this is what they used to make the game. People can play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Literally anything. Wait, what?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh my god.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh my god, y'all. This is freaking incredible. I feel like had I...
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
Are
can
you
tell
not
me if I'm preachy.
entertained?
Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I
This is
feel
especially
like
funny.
a failure. Like I let these people down.
Christina's
Perhaps the
about to
Stanley
at least one of the
Parable
devs are
isn't quite
torn.
as sterling as I always remembered.
That's actually really funny. I feel like I would appreciate this part of it more had I been into it back then, but this is still all the same very funny and cool. I'm enjoying this. Very much so. Where are we going now? I guess we go this way?
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto.
What?
I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Can we swim? I don't know.
And here
The
it is.
skip button.
Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the
Good night,
people.
Lane. See you
And
later.
if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me
Take a look
shut up.
around.
Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah.
Should I press
We've eaten
skip
too
or
much
let
and
him
it can't
talk?
be just yet, no, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you. Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on
I
a
did
bit,
it
didn't
again.
you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but
What?
well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait. How do we get out of here? Where did the door
Oh,
go?
the door.
Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll tell... Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting long. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking, and you saying
I'm a
nothing.
person again.
Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've
been
been
84
through.
years.
I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities.
He's not there anymore. He's not there anymore. He's gone. Narrator-kun? Doko? Doko ni ita no? Doko ni iru no? Oh, I don't like that. What is that noise? Oh. 1分で日本語で。Play style is really fun to watch. Thank you, Nat. ありがとうございます。ありがとう、ありがとう。じゃあ1分で日本語で話します。
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a...
うるさい。やめて。また消えた。どこにいる？なんで？なんで？どこにいた？
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
What? I broke him. どうすればいいのか。Okay, Bob. Bop it. What? Oh. Ma da nigerarenai. Oh. Okay. 本当？本当だよね。え？ Yo, what is that sound? Bro, I don't like that. Oh! It's phantoms. Eh? What is happening, y'all? This is the most what the heck game. Some kind of exotic birds. Yo, how many years has it been? It's been way more than 84. Oh my god!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yo! Okay, we looked... New content! Do we want to see this new content? Or do we want to try and get other endings from the original Stanley Parable? Or like whatever is down that way? Maybe a billion years? I mean, it's possible. I guess? I mean, this is weird. Shiny light attracts me. It does me too. I think that's really cool. New stuff? We want to do the new stuff? Let's do it.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay. Any content is new content for you. I guess that's true. That's true. Let's see what the narrator has to show us. I'm excited.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
What? The end is never the end again.
See, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I wouldn't get one free. What?
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them.
Oh my god.
It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Oh, look, it's the red carpet. Say cheese. It's me on the red carpet. I've always wanted to be on the red carpet. Look at me. Look at me. Yo, this design is freaking crazy, man.
Try out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. I don't know if I want to do that. My dog's me. Guess, was that the Mia? Yes, it is. Lyra, what's up? Thank you so much for the posture and the hydrate. I will hydrate. Just have a good stream. Me going to sleep. Thank you, Lyra. Please sleep well. Try everything in this room?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind,
Road to
my
the
first
perfect
addition to
button.
the game is this button, which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
It doesn't do anything. Oh, is it up here? Try it here. Is it really gonna say the name? I really need to know this, like, for real. Because I have played indie games where it just, like, freaking pops up your real name for some reason. I need to know this. Okay.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
Okay.
But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
I'm Jim,
okay,
yeah, right now.
Here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I want
you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply?
I do.
Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I am truly
If
Jim
so,
right now.
Then please step forward and press the button.
Jim, yeah.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
Oh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
Yes.
Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
That was great. In that moment, I truly was Jim. I'm not gonna lie. I felt that I was Jim. I was Jim Gia for 2 seconds, and it felt great. Wait, for real? Do it again? I'm gonna go do it again. It's a button, so I gotta press it as many times as I can. In that moment, I swear we were Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away.
Aww.
Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Aw, it's taking away Jim from me. We can't be Jim anymore. That was too much Jim for one day.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Come on. Sorry, my cat just came in my room. I got to pick him up now. Oh. He's requesting uppies. Okay. You should be a good boy. Yo, why is this too different? Okay, that's weird. You heard Jim in the game. No screenshots. A whole new office. Dang, look at that office. Red is the new orange. Oh, hey, there's merch. All the content this game has to offer that others miss. Thank you. This t-shirt is the best new feature. The end is never the end again. That's some sick drip right there. I need some of that. That says Jim. This is crazy. I kind of want to go in there, but like I want to look over here. Oh wait, I guess you can... Does it lead up there? Read the barcode? Oh, you mean like scan it with my phone? You scan it with your phone? Okay, hold on. Wait, why didn't it do nothing? There it goes. Welcome to the official website of the Stanley Parable 2. Watch our helpful and informative video to learn more about the Stanley Parable. Oh my god, this is great. You're pronouncing content? I don't know how to say it, okay? I never actually say it out, or used to say it out. Content? Is it pronounced content? Content. 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 That's me, that's how I'm pronouncing it. That's my bad. Content. Button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Jump circle, infinite hole. Content. I'm sorry. Content. Oh, the expo hall. I feel like I'm like at an empty anime expo right now. This is crazy. Collectibles? That's freaking Stanley, man. New. Free. New and easy achievement. I can't believe it's that simple. I'm content however you choose to pronounce content. Thank you. Content. Content. A free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever. Receive your new achievement. No more steps. It works. Get yours right now. Yes.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Wait, normally the con is pronounced like in Otakon, but the way you're pronouncing it is how you pronounce it if you're talking about it being content. As in satisfied. Content. I'm content. Content. Content? Content? Content. Now I'm confused. The link Mia scanned. Oh, yeah, that's the link I scanned, by the way. Alright, let's pull the lever.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Us gamers would appreciate this. Alright, I guess we go back. Content is new content. Content is
What
satisfied.
else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The jump circle!
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You
Nuggies.
already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Wow, okay. What else? What else? Collectibles? The infinite hole? Oh my god. The free achievement, the collectibles? What is this? Whoa.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
We got 1 out of 6. Collect them all. Okay.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Okay, we're gonna go through the infinite hole now. Sleepy time for me. Thank you so much, Chloe. I appreciate it. Thank you for the biddies. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Please sleep well, okay? Take care of yourself. Night nights. Night nights. Kitty says goodnight as well. I don't know if you heard him, but he kind of like meowed just now. Alright, let's go. Mwah. Good night. Bang. This is weird. Why would you make an infinity hole?
Stanley, here's an
Infinite
idea
hole?
that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
So we can just fall? We can just do it? We gotta do it. I'm Mia, so I gotta fall in a hole.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the
Whee!
infinite
What's up, minion?
hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Nice.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Wait, keep waiting. Just do it.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly
I gotta
exaggerated
sneeze.
the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity.
An infinite hole.
From one perspective,
Thank you.
the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Possibly.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
We both
Why
did?
don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Okay. Do I teleport now or is there more dialogue? I'm gonna teleport. Nothing I said. Alright.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
You jumped at okay.
Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled.
And keep
I really
jumping
do
in.
have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
Whew.
Okay, yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less
We all
and
know what
less
Mia's gonna
infinite.
do.
I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing.
Holeception.
What's going on here? Stanley,
Yeah, it's getting
I have
shorter.
no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
I can't help myself. Oh no.
Is the,
Way to go,
teleport
Jim.
button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
Stay inside? Alcoholic. Jim made his way in. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Leave Jim this one up. Did I press G? Nothing's happening. This one takes a minute? Okay. Y'all, we made some apple pie earlier. Well, we didn't make it, but like it's in it. We put it in the oven. Bought it from the store, and I kind of want some right now. Kind of want some right now with some ice cream. Hey, can you like lay down? You wanna lay down? Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Eat. I want to eat. I wanted to wait a second. I wanted to wait a bit because I was so full. Like right before stream, I had that steak, those noodles, and that pasta, and that baked potato. And I was like, oh, I cannot eat anything sweet right now. But like now that 2 hours have passed, kinda be wanting that pie now. Kinda be wanting that apple pie now. Thank you, Bink, for the care package. Oh, I'm stretching. Oh my goodness. Oh. Alright. Nothing's happening here. Are you sure nothing is gonna happen here? Or are you sure something's gonna happen here? Which is why you always have room for dessert. Yeah. That's kind of cool.
Still nothing?
I can't
Well,
use it.
I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
What? He's leaving me in here. He's leaving me. Oh, are you kidding? It's a fanfic. Y'all are crazy. Eternally in old jail. Y'all, this is moving extremely slow. Press F to change your perspective. Oh. That's another elevator. I love the dramatics. I can't believe it. We're seeing Stanley. Poopy holes. Change your perspective. Press F to change your perspective. What is G? Oh, your perception? Change reality? Oh my god! This is content right here. This is content right here. This is the kind of content I buy video games for. You're kidding me, man. Look at them. There's the puppies. Let's change the perception. Change yourself. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that either. No! Take me back to the other music. Wait. Why does he look like that? You gotta be kidding me, man.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley!
Oh my god.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Really? Bro's just gonna leave me in here? Sicko's gravity. Yo?
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Alright, so that was fun. So what else in
Okay,
here?
I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece? Get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Wow. That is incredible. They're two wildly different decorations.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on. Come now. You've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
I can't choose it again. Dang. Alright, so there was that. We went to the infinite hole. We went to the achievement thing. We went to the jump circle. We've been through there. There was a door over here that I don't know if it matters if I went through.
An
Epilogue?
epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Oh, okay, so there's like a bunch, there's like some stuff through here. The mostly infinite hole, the free achievement settings, world champion. Okay, so we got some stuff up here. Well, I can't go in there? Why can't I go in there? I can't go in there. Why can't I go in there? Go to settings. Settings world champion achievement. Press everything here. You have to press everything.
This is the...
Nothing happened. I did change the language. Oh, I forgot all this. This is hard. Oh my god. One to 100 on every slider. God, this is like...
the
Okay, maybe you have to actually let go. You have to go through every language? Do you have to go through everything? What? is freaking stupid, man. I don't know what I'm not doing wrong. Or not doing right. Did I not change it back to 1080p? Oh, I did not. Did I cycle through it already? Oh god. Oh, you're kidding me! There we go. Is that it? There we go. I think we cycled through all of them. It should be 1920 1080. Jesus Christ. Okay, we've cycled through all of those. Oh. We went through all of those. What was the other thing? It was... Oh, medium. I did it! Holy mother of God. What was that, 80? I don't know, it was off anyway, so whatever. Oh my god, I finally got it. Oh my god. What it is? Oh. Oh.
Aha! I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement. Well done. You've experienced every setting, traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So, just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting, something called bumpscosity. What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
Bumpscosity. Oh my god. Dude, they will never set the settings slider to every possible setting. Wow. Alright. Thank you, I suppose. Bumpscosity. Okay, I think that's it, huh? We checked out everything. The exit is this way? Okay, it's this way. Earned. Thank you so much for the biddies, Nat. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Wait, there's more? There's at least one more? What's the other one? I done the hole, I done the collectibles, the bucket. I don't see a sign for the bucket. Oh, okay, I see it. It's right here, the bucket.
common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
So, I'll just over a bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has
Is he
made you
trolling
the
me?
slightest bit more attractive as a person.
He's trolling me.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I just have this bucket now? Bro, I don't want this bucket. Look at my fic, man. I'm gonna have so much fic written about me after this freaking video. Are you serious? I just have this freaking bucket now. Okay, that's fine. I have a bucket. I just have this bucket. You'll hurt the bucket's feelings, but still.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
You're kidding me. I just have a freaking bucket. I have a bucket. Now that was everything. Bucket, man.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
I would say so. No screenshots.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
The Horde.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This
is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
The Stanley Parable 2. What do I do? Did I press begin the game?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427
I mean, I guess I've already seen this before.
Every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar
That's what I
happened.
was wondering.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him
The
instructions,
frickin' balloons.
call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Here we go. Bumpscosity time? Are you serious? Are you serious? Everything looks the same. Wait, I can jump on a desk? It won't let me.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The freaking bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Wait. Oh, I see the bumpscosity. The bumpscosity. Wait, what are y'all saying? It's 431? Yeah, it's not.
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
Bumpscosity 1000? Hold up. Did I leave it on that? Where was it at? We have our bumpscosity up to 1000.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Oh, I turned it off. RIP. It won't let me jump on anything. Oh, there we go. I'm on the desk. It doesn't give me an achievement or anything, though. So what are we gonna do?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
So are we gonna do... Now you can meander your way around to jump out the window? What? What? We're gonna go left. But you can always do that later.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
So we're gonna go upstairs. I'm kind of thinking we kind of go through the motions with the bucket. I mean, what do we think? Yeah? I don't really know. That's what I'm thinking. We go through old endings change with the bucket. Alright. Since it's getting rather late, this might be my last ending. Oh my god, there's a
You
freaking...
found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I got 2 of 6! Alright, good night, B. See ya. Oh, I can't go in there. Okay, you said it was 2845?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Speedrun. There's another one.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines?
Stanlerines.
Yes, I think I like that. Another
Bucket best waifu.
Stanlerine under your belt.
Alright, let's go. Go back up the elevator? So like whenever I get down here,
The
go back
elevator
up?
raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
The number 3. Keep going up and down? Yo, it won't let me. Yo, it won't let me. What? What do I gotta do? Oh no! Oh god, no. That's why I've gotta end stream. I gotta go before. I gotta go.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Aww. I guess it's not gonna happen. I thought maybe another... That was weird. That was really weird.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
This is different. Is this different? This isn't different. Is it different? Yo, do I go back up? Like, that looks a little different. Is that different, or is it just me?
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3
Go back up,
means
it's
to
not the
me.
same.
You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see
not safe?
what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
What? What is happening? Why am I obsessed with this bucket? There he came from.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears, and the whole time he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing.
Bucket
The bucket
John.
conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence.
Bucket John.
Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Bucket John. Why won't you answer me? We stand the number 3 in this house. You could even say we Stanley it.
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Just like Mia. Okay, we're going back up again. I assume we go back up. Y'all told me to go back up and down.
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
Yo, what?
For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further.
What?
When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life. This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over.
Yo.
One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Yo, what is wrong with Stanley?
There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure, and in that moment Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit. Only a silence that consumed the space between friends.
Breakup ending.
And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Well, so I'm going back. Oh, wait, no. Parting with the waifu. Ooh. Okay, does this game save? Does this game save? Quit to main menu. Because I'm getting EP, and we have already been streaming for 3 hours. Do the window for one more? Is it quick? Is it quick? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Is it
What
this
could
one?
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Wait, how do I get on the window? Is it this one? But it's 2 endings. Wait, for real, is it like short or no? Chair, desk, other desk, window. Oh!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
It's a white screen.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Are you sure? Yes?
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley. Who
Do you have to
people
exit
considered
or do you
so
stay?
manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible.
Wait, or
And if you are
cringe?
not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
Okay. You can quit, okay. Wait, do I go to begin the game again? It doesn't have a restart. Just begin the game again, is this it? Okay. And what if I said no?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Oh my god. Okay. Alright.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think?
Oh, rip. I pressed the
Are
extra
you sick
button.
of this gag yet?
Alright, let's see what no means.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option?
I just did
Clearly,
the other
this whole
option.
gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other
He just
option
keeps
is really
talking,
miserable to
man.
listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Oh my god, man. That's crazy. Give us- How long will this take? I know. Oh my god, y'all. That was an incredible game. I'm probably gonna play the rest of it by myself. I don't know if I'll stream it again. I guess if y'all want me to, I can. But it was pretty fun. Oh my god. Good night, everyone. Good night, Nat. Forever and ever. This game is long. Y'all were not joking. This game is so long. Oh. Oh. But it was fun. I really liked it. It was very much like Slay the Princess, and I freaking love those kinds of games. Where your choices matter. See the broom closet ending? It's an ending? The closet has an ending? Let's see. That's kind of cool though. It's your favorite ending? Maybe we'll do it in Discord. Maybe I'll stream it in Discord or something. One more time. No. I've got stuff to do. It's late. I got stuff to do. Has many great endings. I'm very interested in playing them. Maybe we'll, I'll not stream it in Discord instead of Twitch, but we'll see. We'll see, okay? Truth of Stream, thank you so much, Lawless, for being here. I appreciate it. Tomorrow is off day. I will not be streaming tomorrow. Friday we do something spooky, which I think I have on the schedule. We're going to be playing Emily Wants to Play 2. So that should be fun, because last Friday was super, super fun. I really enjoyed the last Emily Wants to Play. So we're going to see what 2 is about, the sequel. Do we want to raid to anybody? Let's see who's on. God, I have like 3 siblings on. And good night. Bang. Good night. To the peeps. Good night to the peeps. Alright, gang. I think I'm gonna send you all to Lyra again. That's who I see that's on. We always raid to Lyra. Lyra's always on after I stream. She streams so late. It looks like she's playing... Play Yakuza 0. Nice, nice. Pale's still learning. Pale's still learning how to hold the pistol. Pale is still adjusting his sheriff's badge, and it's okay. And it's okay, you know? I think it almost looks like it's a horror game, but I'm not sure. I've never heard of it before. Home Safety Hotline? I pulled the trigger by accident. Pale, that's how accidents happen. You have to be careful. Okay, you have to be careful. Alright, let's go say hi to Lyra. Let's go say hello to her. Please show her some love. Be nice and sweet. I'll see you all Friday. Okies? Accidents happen by accident. Yes. Shoot button any part at will. Talk about me pressing buttons. You talk every time you talk about me pressing buttons, you press a button. You talk about me falling into pits, you fall into pits. So you should, I'm just saying, you should be careful, you know? You should be careful talking about me. You should be careful. Thanks everyone. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I'll see you all Friday for spooks. Good night. See you all later.